All right, guys, welcome to week 12 of the league. I'm here with special guest tonight, former member and league champion, Andrew Snyderman. Welcome, Andrew.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, glad to be here. It's been a while since I've been a part of the league, but heard it's going well. It's a good year and got some action going on with some big trades. So looking forward to diving in and giving some analysis on what's going on.
Awesome, awesome, man. Yeah, I'm excited to get your opinion on it. We had a crazy week last week. I sent you the podcast that we did and went a little wild. Some people made up. Mike made up with a few people. So there's a new enemy in the league. You haven't met him. It's Craig's cousin. His name's Ryan, but he goes by Blockhead. As you heard in the thing, he had a lot of interesting takes.
Hmm.
So, but all right, I'm gonna pull up the league here for you. But I just want to go through some trades real quick. I kind of talked to you about them already, but just wanted to see what your thoughts were. So we're going to start with some of the ones in the later in the week. There was a trade I made to Bud. I sent Chase or Calvin Ridley and Egbuka for Chase Brown and McMillan.
Well, first thoughts is Ridley's out for the year now. He just broke his leg. So that's
Yes,
one of those trades where it's unfortunate, I think, right, that you acquire someone that's out for the year, but in your case, right, you kind of got a little bit lucky there.
I did. Yeah. I mean, I didn't, he was high. I don't know why he was high on Ridley. He hasn't done anything all year, but
No, awful offense. I think the only thing you could say is they're playing from behind. They throw the ball all the time, but still,
yeah.
that's a tough player to acquire. So, I'm not seeing the screen here, but so walk me
Oh,
through
you're
the
not?
no
Okay.
walk.
Let me see. Why is it not sharing? Well, that's fine. I mean, I was just gonna just show your or I was just gonna show the standings in a second. Here you go. Is
Okay,
that work?
yeah,
Is that working?
yeah, yeah. I just
Okay.
got to zoom in a little bit, but
Hold on. I can flip it. Um, is that better? Oh
it's the
wait.
same. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's
Okay.
way better.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah. So I'll pull up. We're gonna stick with Craig. This is his team. He was pretty desperate. He ended up losing this week. But he had another trade later the next day. He sent off Debo Samuel, Mercado, and Trey Benson for Ashton Genty and Xavier Worthy.
Hmm.
And
That's
this
not. I
is
mean, on the surface, that sounds like I would say he got the better end of that. I mean, I know Genty. What was that? Monday night, he didn't look too good. But Xavier Worthy, I mean, again, in the Chiefs offense, that's a good flex play there. But looking at his team right off the bat, I mean, he's already got Drake London and Buka. Those are two really solid receivers right there.
yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to get this down. It's just not working with me tonight, but I can pull up his team for you. But and then while I do that, the other trade that was the big one was with me and Turtle. I sent Turtle, Brock Bowers, Brian Thomas, Charbonnet, and McMillan for RJ Harvey, Judkins, and McCaffrey.
Ooh, that's a blockbuster right there. It's
Big,
got to
big
be,
blockbuster trade. Then
yeah.
Mike got
Ooh.
roasted for it. Um, didn't really understand why. I
Yeah, I mean,
thought,
I'd have to think about that one because I mean, you definitely gave up. I mean, those are some heavy hitters. But McCaffrey, I mean, he's having, I mean, a hell of a year. He's got to be what, the number one running back right now? Now
I think,
Jonathan Taylor and
or
him
Taylor than
probably.
him. Yeah, Taylor than him. So,
But the issue with him, right, is he could get injured any week. Like that's the biggest thing. So,
yes, that's the thing. And I will say this about Mike. He had Travion Henderson, as you do in the other league.
mm, yeah.
And we start one running back in this league. We have two flexes.
Okay.
So he was looking at it as I'm getting some depth. His team, and the problem was he was on a 3 game skid. He was 6-3,
Mm,
or I don't know what it was, like 6-2, and he lost 3 straight games, or maybe he was 6-1. And people were kind of closing in on the division. So I think he just wanted to get some wins to get to the postseason because
Yeah.
he was kind of on. I mean, he had I don't know. He had Henderson, he had Pickens, he has Lamar Jackson. He was out for a while. Addison, Jameson Williams. It seems good. It just wasn't winning.
Yeah, I get that.
So
You got to make a move, right? If you're not winning, just to shake up your roster.
exactly, yeah.
So,
So that's what he did, and so I kind of understand where he was coming from. All right, I'm gonna try to figure out these technical difficulties here, but let me see here. So we'll talk about what leagues are you in now that obviously you're in the Dynasty League with me. You've kind of transitioned to you don't do traditional drafts anymore. You do all Dynasty, right?
so I've usually yes, only dynasty, but this year I got invited to a work redraft league. So I decided to do that for the first time. Um, and I'm awful. I have probably one of the worst teams in the league, so I might retire again from doing redraft just because it's I'm playing so bad in the one league and dynasty too. I feel like it takes up a lot of your time, and I'm in two of them. Um, so yeah, I enjoy the dynasty format. But the one I am in, it's a two quarterback league, so it's definitely a little different, than your typical dynasty league. So, but it's I enjoy both the dynasty leagues I'm in, and both the leagues I'm playing pretty well, so I can't complain.
Would you say which one do you like more, the two quarterback or the regular one?
Uh, I think probably lean the regular one. The two
Yeah.
quarterback, it's just, it's really from what I've found out now, and this is probably our like seventh year doing it,
Hmm.
I mean, that's the most important position. And usually in fantasy, it's not. Like you could get by with a mid-tier quarterback, but when you
Hmm.
have two of them, like you really need to have two of the top 10 quarterbacks if you want to compete. So
Yeah.
like when we first did this years ago, I drafted like Dak Prescott and Ryan Tannehill is
Hmm.
because I just thought again you could just get by, and I found out right away that that's not going to work. So I had to
Yeah.
traded for Jalen Hurts, um, and then have like Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers as my backups. But every
Okay.
week I'm just playing Jalen Hurts and Prescott.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm trying to. No one in our league does dynasty. This is my first year.
Yeah,
This is Craig's first year, so kind of trying to get people in on that. I mean, this is already a big deal with the auction draft, as you know. It is different, but
yeah,
I know what you mean. Now that I've done the dynasty, the redraft league, even with the auction, is completely different, and I kind of like to keep one mindset with it of like looking because I was
yeah,
trading in this league, and I'm like. Oh, like Ibuka, for example. I didn't want to trade him because I'm like, well, he's going to be valuable in the future. But I'm like, oh, wait, I only have him this year.
yeah.
So, and his numbers were sliding. It's like, okay, I can get rid. Same with Bowers. Like, I was holding back trading them, but they don't have as much value as you think.
Yeah, I think the craziest part for me about Dynasty is you have these draft picks
Hmm.
for
Oh,
future
yeah.
years, and I didn't know how to handle that my first couple of years. So I remember I just would trade my first round draft pick because it's a rookie draft pick. So
Yeah.
I would trade that every year. And one year I traded like a first round pick for Deontay Johnson,
Hmm.
and like looking back at it, it was just an awful trade because that first
Yeah.
round pick, usually you can get, a pretty solid, rookie player.
Hmm.
But that's the biggest change for me is like, how do you value draft picks,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so hard, I think, to gauge whether or not a rookie that you can get in the second round is actually, even going to play at all for your team.
The one thing that I notice how to value them is, and it's just off rookies from this year. Like you offered Travion Henderson for a first round pick, and he wasn't
Hmm.
starting at the time, but I should have just taken the deal because I was thinking to myself like, well, he went in the first round this year in
Yeah.
the rookie draft, so it's like, and yes, he's not playing, but he probably is in the future, so it makes sense. Like his value didn't really dip at all. So I feel that's the other than that though, I have no idea how to value people.
Yeah, I mean, since I've been through a couple rookie drafts at this point, typically like the first five picks, three out of the five will be your quarterbacks,
Mm.
right? Like they'll just be the top three quarterbacks that were taken in the draft, in the NFL draft. And then, yeah, your like number one running back or number one receiver will go next. So really, if you have a top um like first half pick of the draft, then yeah,
Mhm.
you'll get a solid player. But if you're in the back end of the first round, it's a
Yeah.
crapshoot. I mean, so I would agree with that. If you know you're a good team and your first round pick's going to be towards the end of the first, I mean,
Hmm.
like you have a chance to go win it all and get a good player, trade that. But if
Yeah.
you might have like a top five rookie pick, that's
Hmm.
pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that makes sense. So, all right. Well, we're gonna get into this here. So this is a pretty much an elimination game. Bruce is on the right here. Blockhead over here. He traded. He had a big trade too. I forgot to mention. He traded for Bijan Robinson. He sent Diggs
hmm.
and Olave out. So based on looking at this guy's team here on the left, well, I'm going to be on. Bruce is kind of he's banged up. He's going to be out. Where do you think this guy ends up? I think that he's in first place right now in his division, up 2 games. So he pretty much has that locked up.
Yeah, I mean, Blockhead is interesting for him to be 7 and 4 and a half. Yeah, Jacoby Brisket and
Yeah,
you
he never
know,
had a quarterback really.
yeah,
Trying to.
Parker like Parker Washington too. Like that's a really like a risky receiver, I feel like. I mean, he's been playing well because Thomas is out, but I think Thomas will be back this week. And then they got Myers, so like I don't know if that's even that good of a play anymore. So yeah, I mean, he got obviously Trey McBride's given 15 plus every week. Bijan, that was a good pickup by him. I think that's really what is going to save him there. But yeah,
He
I
does.
mean,
He does have off-chain too. He's
oh
on a
yeah,
buy.
that's huge. Yeah. So yeah, I think if you then Bijan, Achane, McBride, CD, I mean that's a good nucleus right there. So I think he definitely I would just be concerned about, yeah, if like Jacoby Brisket, like how, is he someone you can play every week moving forward? And then what's he gonna do with those other couple flex positions? And maybe he doesn't have to worry about it because he's got that those heavy hitters. But yeah, no, I mean that's a solid team.
Yeah, no, I think he needs to get a quarterback, but I mean he's been a little cocky recently. He did make the championship his like first year by himself, so I give him credit. So,
Sure.
but
When
another
when's the
one
trade deadline?
Saturday.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
so maybe he should go and try to, you know, get a QB.
I offered him Dak. I was trying to trade Dak, shopped him around. He wouldn't take him. So,
He
but
should have. I
block.
mean, Dak looks good.
That's why I gave him to his brother, and his brother was on a 6 game losing streak and won his first game this week with Dak. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dak's
I think
and he has
Blockhead
he
screwed
has
up.
CD too. Why wouldn't you pull that trigger?
Exactly. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Huh.
But and then we have oh God, this is gonna do this again. This is Dave over here. He's still in it. His team's come alive recently. And then you have Rick over here on the right hand side. Rick has been I think Rick is on his fifth kicker. That's why his
Oh,
name is Rick
jeez.
Kicks. He's had at least 3 kickers cut. He drafted, yeah. So I don't know if you remember, you can't pick anybody up till week 4. Rick's
Yeah.
kicker got cut, I think, week 1.
Oh, jeez.
So he's on his, I think this is his fifth kicker. He's already had like 2 Atlanta. This is his second Atlanta kicker, I believe, and he's already had 2 or 3 Washington kickers.
Man,
So,
tough
but
break there. Bad luck.
yeah, he's 6-5. He's sitting in fifth place. He just realized that he can still make the playoffs. He thought he had to get second in our division. Um,
Yeah.
but what do you think about these teams here? And I'll show you their bench just
Yeah. I mean, I just
not much on the bench. So
yeah, I'd say I think we could see an upset this week. I think Mr. Girth, Dave, I think he could pull this off. He's got a solid team. I mean, he's got that stack with Kelsey and Mahomes versus Indy. That could be tough. I know he's got a couple buys there, but this will be close. I mean, I think both these teams seem very similar. If you're looking at them.
yeah, no standout players here. I mean, your
Exactly.
quarterbacks are
Yeah.
a wash. Marvin Harrison Jr. is banked up. I mean, Eagles versus. I mean, Barkley could go off this week.
I mean, Henry versus the Jets too. So
Yeah,
like
and
that's
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 pretty
pretty.
even.
Yeah, so I agree. These are very similar teams. So yeah, I think this is a toss up here. It wouldn't shock me if Dave pulls off the upset.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a should be a good one here. And then this one is Mark versus cousin Ryan. This is Ryan's first time, or Michael, I'm sorry, managing his fantasy team. So this is his first year by himself.
Okay.
Um, I don't know why he's playing Brock Purdy, but because he's the one I traded Dak to.
Oh, yeah, who's Dak got this week?
The Eagles.
Philly.
Oh, maybe that's
Okay.
why. Okay,
That's
that
why.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
again, Carolina, that's a decent matchup.
So I sent Chase Brown to Mark over here for Ricky Parasail and Jawan Johnson last week. Because I had too many
Hmm.
running backs, I couldn't trade Judkins. It ended up costing me a win. I will admit on here I did it partially, and it did work. Because I wanted Craig to lose.
Oh, okay.
So, and it happened that way.
Well, sabotage then.
Craig lost, I think, by like 10 points, and Mark would have had Parasail starting,
Hmm.
and he got 1 point. So, yeah,
So
Craig lost pretty much because of
is
that.
Craig gonna try to stab you in the back now or get some revenge and
Oh,
make a trade?
no, he won't. He won't do that. He's too desperate to win for himself. So
Hmm.
he's very
Okay.
selfish player. He's the worst fantasy player ever to play with. I can't stand him.
Oh, geez.
So
Sounds
yeah.
like a good rivalry you guys got.
It is. I mean, he has two championships, so I can't really say anything,
Hmm.
unfortunately. But yeah, Mark's team's pretty solid over here. He got Nico Collins recently and Chase Brown. For 5 and 17, I kind of like his team a lot.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, St. Brown, Devontae's having a huge year. I mean, James Cook's very reliable. Yeah, Nico, Chase Brown, those are two really solid pickups by his end. So I agree. I think he's a team. I'd be on the watch for his team. I think they can make some damage. And for Michael, I he's got honestly out of all the teams we've probably seen so far, it might be my least favorite, to be quite
Oh
frank
yeah,
with you. I mean,
he
he's
started
just
off he started off 4-0, like I said
oh
earlier.
wow. Yeah. So
Dude, he had what did he have? He had, I think, 20 or 15 more points for than points against. By week 5, he was 4-1. He had more points against than points for.
wow.
He was like he was winning. He would score 100 points, and the other team would score under 100 points.
I mean,
So
unless his bench is loaded, I don't even know how he has 5 wins. I mean,
it
Kamara's
doesn't
having
make
a brutal
dude. He
year.
didn't.
All I mean, and you said he just got Dak, so
Yeah, he
like
just
that,
got
yeah,
Dak.
he's been very wow, good managing on his part. I'll give him that credit.
Oh, he's just
Whatever he's doing, it's working, but he just doesn't have the talent. It looks like, and Purdy's been injured for all year, so
yeah. He
AJ
hasn't had a
Brown, like
quarterback. I don't even know who his quarterback was. So let me. And then we got almost done here. Let's see. So we'll go to Ants versus Matt. So this is Craig versus Matt. This is a interesting matchup because both of their pretty much their best players are out this week. Chase Brown or Jamar Chase spitting on
yeah, so
Jalen
that.
Ramsey, Drake London out.
Hmm.
They're gonna have to trade. I think they're gonna have to trade them at this point because this is a must-win game for both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
mean it's interesting. Yeah, they're playing each other, and they're both of their top receivers, you could say, are out for this one.
yeah,
That's yeah,
they don't have, and Matt has McConkey. Matt got banged up. He got McConkey on a bye. Josh Jacobs is questionable. Um, yeah, Craig doesn't really have anybody else on his bench. I don't really even know who to pick here, but I do. I want to go back to the other game real quick. I
yeah.
don't know if you saw the projections. They had Big Butler Bids had Kamara, and he was projected 15 points. I don't understand where they're coming up with these projections on this website.
So I would agree with you. I don't even think it's a Yahoo issue. I'm on from other Dynasty Leagues the Sleeper app. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
ever heard of that one, but
Yes.
their projections are the same. Like they'll
Really?
project, yeah, like double digits for Kamara every week, and it's like, dude, this guy, if he can get more than 5 points, that's a win for him. So yeah, I've always learned to like even the the favorite versus underdog. Like sometimes I'll be winning, 70% win percentage, and all of a sudden I'll lose the game, lose
Yeah.
the matchup. So yeah, I don't think you can really pay too much attention to those.
No.
Like Genty, like 17 points versus a good Cleveland defense
Yeah.
when like I mean, he didn't look good at all at Monday night. So like I think that's even pushing it a little bit. So yeah, if I'm Craig, I don't know. I mean, the London injury kills you. Um, yeah, I think I mean, ETN, he had a really good week last week. So
He's the best
maybe,
player by far, especially we're coming
yeah.
versus Arizona. But other than that, I'm not. I mean, Kyron Williams is
But then I look at
equal.
Matt's team, like, oh man, like,
It's a mess, dude. It's a
yeah, that's
disaster.
like Bateman as your receiver too. That's no, like, oh, so I don't know. I go back, this is gonna be a close one, but now that I'm really running through this, I'd probably lean to Craig because of Egbuka is by far in ATN. I think Egbuka ATN will hopefully lead the way for him because yeah, I don't think they have anyone on their bench. So
Yeah, no, I think Craig pulls it off. The interesting
yeah.
part about the so Team Fluff is we'll go to him next, and this is Turtle's team. So Turtle, like I said, he needed the win last week. The reason why is like I said, he was on a 3 game losing streak. If he lost that game and went to 6-4, Mark was a game behind him. Craig's 2 games behind him. Turtle ends with Ed, the best team in the league, and you're going to see this team. You're going to be like, "Holy fuck! How did you form this team?" And he plays Mark and Craig to end the season, so he could have easily been out of the
Ooh,
playoffs. But yeah, here is Ed's
yeah.
team, which is just
He's stacked. Yeah.
absolute. And when Ed was drafting this team, we brought this up on an earlier podcast. He hit the pen a few too many times and was melted in the couch.
It worked out
And
well for him.
dude,
Maybe others should take
I
up that
don't.
strategy.
Yeah, no, it worked out really. I mean, he just traded for Jefferson. I think he has people on his bench. I mean, he is the only weak spot is Tracy, and he has Omarion Hampton,
Yeah, he should be
on
coming back.
IR.
Hmm.
Uh, and the quarterback is Dart and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, this is by far the best team I've seen so far. I mean, yeah, Tracy as your one flex is risky, but like if that's your worst player, I mean, he's stacked at. I mean, he might have the three best receivers in the
Yeah.
league. I mean, Jefferson, he's a little volatile now with the quarterback situation, but like no, he's stacked. Gibbs, I mean, Gibbs had a really good game recently, so yeah, he's got a good team. That's gonna be yeah tough for Turtle. But Turtle, I'll give Turtle credit. He's got a lot of guys that I have on my team, so
Mhm.
I respect his team, and it's solid too. Like, obviously Lamar's back. He's got his stack with Flowers. George Pickens is having a hell of a year. Trevion is now a top running back. Bowers, yeah. So, like I think the records are fair with this one. I think this is your number one team versus your number two team.
Yeah, no, it should be. That's the game of the week. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I think
Yeah,
if Turtle loses though, it's going to be trouble. He's going to get in his head a little bit
yeah,
with
sure.
Mark and Craig coming up. So it'll be interesting. But I got to root for him because I need Ed to lose twice for me to
Sure.
get first. So and then the last game, we'll go over to my game here. I'm playing this dude sucks who I'm playing. This guy, he knows ball. I'll give him credit. He's a
Hmm.
big Penn State guy, but he's the only person in this league to go defeated.
Oh, geez.
Yes, he went. What was it? It was I don't know up here. 2020. Yeah, I think this is your first year like out of the league or something like that. Maybe second
Hmm.
year. But yeah, he rolled in and I think his second year in 0 for 13.
Oof,
Scored
that's
1,400
brutal.
points. I mean, it wasn't like he did that. It's just I mean, it was bad. He tried, just it
Yeah.
didn't work out for him. But yeah, I mean, this one here, I don't know. But yeah, this is I changed my whole team up. The only guys I was starting Dak Prescott. I really only have Rashee Rice and Jonathan Taylor that was on my original team at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't. I think Pearsall's really risky. But I mean, McCaffrey and Taylor. I mean, that's a great 1-2 right there. And May's obviously been solid. Rice is definitely a wide receiver one. So now you got a solid team. I don't think you're the best team in the league, but you're solid. I mean, you should win this one. I mean, yeah, he's got some guys that could go off. Like, we've seen Dowdle, but he's having a good year, but not for fantasy. I feel like he's not a fantasy quarterback, Sam Darnold. And
No, he's
I mean,
not.
you can't trust any Bills receiver.
He does have Tyler Warren on the bench and Bucky Irving and Olave. He has to switch his lineup
Okay, so
a
like,
little
yeah,
bit. So he got a little better.
he could. I don't think he'll beat you, but he could pull off a win or two. I think, before the end of the year,
Yeah. Yeah.
playing
Hopefully
those
not
guys.
things last for this guy.
But yeah, no, he needs some help, that's for sure.
So
Needs to
if you
practice.
had to pick a winner right now of all these teams, like a championship, would you say it's Ed and Turtle?
Yeah, at first glance at both those teams, I thought they were by far the best two teams. But as you know too, in playoffs, like all you need is a good week, right, from some of your guys. So
Yeah.
I think you got to really look at the matchups when they happen. But yeah, I think there's some good parity. Like I think there's definitely a couple, you know, I put your team in the top five. Like there's a couple teams that I could see pulling off an upset, but
Mhm.
especially Ed's team. I mean, I think they're loaded.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know how.
like
I
shame
mean,
on you guys for allowing him to do that. Like
dude, it was
that's
I don't even
crazy.
know. But that's the auction draft, dude. That's the thing. I mean,
Yeah, he just had a good strategy,
he did. He
winning those
drafted.
bids.
I mean, and Kittle was out for most of the year. He just I don't know. Yeah, he didn't have a bench all year. That was his problem. But like they didn't Puka didn't get hurt. JSN and Gibbs didn't get hurt. And I mean, you have those three,
Yeah.
that's 60, 70, 80 points a week. So
Yeah, that too. And just the buys. I think we're almost all done with the buys, right? So
yeah,
that helps. So if you can survive all those bye weeks with some of your guys being out and still get wins, then yeah, no, it's he did a hell of a job drafting. So
yeah,
props to him.
yeah. So, but all right, man. I appreciate you coming on. And so how are you, before we go, how are your teams looking? I know you're creeping back in the Dynasty League. Are you in playoff contention in the other league?
Yeah, I think I'm about 7-4 in my other league. So kind of yeah, I think I'm number 4 in the league. So yeah, I've that other dynasty league, I've won it twice in 7 years, I think, been to the championship game, I think 4 times. So I have a really solid team. So yeah, I like my chances this year. I'm a little thin at running back. That's my only issue, but no, I'm feeling again. I think the key is just getting the playoffs.
Yeah,
Getting the playoffs, and like I said, anything can happen. So yeah, no, I'm liking both my dynasty teams right now. They're on the up and coming. And yeah, my redraft league, I don't even think this week I'll check the lineup. I've given up. So
yeah. I get that. I get that.
yeah.
One possible idea I did throw out, or yeah, I did throw it out to Craig. Not next year or anything. I feel in a couple years maybe. I'd like to do a league where we bring back the best players we've ever had in this league. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, there has been the amount of champions. This has been around for 11 years. You left, Jimmy left. He's won a championship. Tay. Um, Poker Dude, you didn't meet him. For Paul left this year. So we have five champions that have left the league.
you guys are lucky. All the
Yes,
good ones are leaving.
I know. So we have a new crop in there. I want to do something where it's like we bring back all the champions just for one season. And
Yeah,
we
that'd be
just
fun.
Nep. He's so
Okay.
six. Yeah, six people have left. And I want to bring back all the people one year and just do a league. I feel
That
that'd be
would be
kind of
fun.
cool.
That
Yeah.
would. Yeah, that would. I'm down. Sign me up. Yeah, if you need me to
So,
come back for a year, I'm happy to come back and win it again and then peace
yeah.
out. I'll do it.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on and good luck the rest of the season for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Same to you.
Yep, thanks.